It's about time you have an easier, more efficient way to get caught up on the news. The Newsworthy breaks down the day's top stories in less than 15 minutes and gives you some lighter conversation starters along the way. Search The Newsworthy wherever you're listening now and follow or subscribe to The Newsworthy today.
Hi, how are y'all?
Good, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing good. Well, let's hop right into it. I guess Jake, I'll ask the first question. Your character Rick is one of the kind of driving forces behind the exploration. What do you think motivated him to keep pushing deeper into danger?
I think he just has something to prove. I think he's, trying to prove something to his group. He's trying to prove something to himself that they can accomplish this. They're at the beginning of our story quite like weary if they can make a name for themselves in this urban explorers community. So I think he's just like he definitely gets in over his head, but I mean, who hasn't done that in the pursuit of greatness? So it's definitely entertaining to watch.
Definitely.
That what Rick thought,
Francesca,
the
your
pursuit of
your
greatness?
yeah. Your character Cora often kind of comes off as like the voice of reason in the group. Did you kind of see her as the cautious one of the group, or do you think she kind of has her own kind of thrill-seeking side as well?
I think Jake just said it best a couple minutes ago. I do think she's a bit of an adrenaline junkie. Voice of reason for sure, but I also think she's the voice of just like pure, brutally sarcastic opinion. She does not hold back, and I don't know if
Yeah.
that's necessarily always out of care. I think sometimes it's just out of kind of being a smart ass. But that's what I like about her.
What makes it fun?
Yeah,
Do did either of you guys got to kind of put yourself into your characters, like add a little hint of you?
I did. I feel like I
Yeah.
got to put a little bit of my own voice into Quora with the sarcasm. That's just such a place of home for me in the day to day that it was nice to kind of add that into her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I got to put in like a bit of sometimes we'll try and like, make some coherence between like a big group of people who all have like a voice. And so, yeah, I think I was able to inflict that in there a little bit.
Mhm.
That's awesome. Have either one of you ever done like urban exploration or any type of thing paranormal before?
Like in real life or like
Yeah,
in
like in real
no,
life.
not even
No.
a little, not even close.
I mean, I used to definitely like try and explore places when I was like young and a teenager, like boys will get bored and do dumb things and we would definitely not to this length, but I loved just like, going and exploring like abandoned places in my hometown and stuff like that. So luckily I didn't have the same outcome that this group did, but yeah, I think there's that sense in there somewhere.
Definitely. Yeah, I mean it's a good thing you didn't. The horror films they rely heavily on like very believable reactions. Were there any scenes that were harder for y'all to keep those strong reactions?
I think I think what was helpful is like a lot of this was practical. Like even the creature, like Javier
Mhm.
Botet, they had him done up in the makeup. He had, teeth contacts, stuff like that, that really was able to for us to just like believe what was going on. And the sets were really cool too. So I just think maybe what got difficult was just the amount of time we had to sustain this. Like, your system can only do so much, and
Yeah.
so there was like definitely after a few weeks of shooting or a few nights of the same scene, like it got a bit harder to not be desensitized to it, but that's just kind of like the fun part.
Yeah.
All right, my computer did almost just die, but so I might need a question repeat. I'm so sorry.
Oh, yeah, of course. Now it was that horror, sorry, I have them all in my notes. Horror relies heavily on believable reactions. Were there any scenes that were like harder to film or keep that reaction?
Yes, totally. Any scene where you're like running and crying, those are always tough ones because it's start and stop and start and stop. And as I think anyone who's ever cried knows, it's like kind of hard to start and stop that.
You only have so many tears.
Yeah.
Um, well, what do y'all do to kind of decompress after all of those like heavy emotional or heavy horror scenes like that?
We spent a lot of time together. Yeah, we hung out, we explored Sofia, the town that we were in, and different restaurants, went saw music. We were like never alone. So it was kind of nice because those films can be hard if you're just like going back to a hotel room by yourself
Yeah,
all the time. And it was we always had someone to hang out with. We did a lot of fun stuff.
Yeah,
that's
ditto.
awesome. So you all kind of have got to bond offset as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, a lot. It was
I
fantastic.
think that is what saved a lot of the filmmaking process because you have to remember we're in Bulgaria, so a lot of
Yeah,
us are from the US. So when it was our daytime, everyone else we knew was asleep.
Yeah.
So it was very easy to possibly just be the most isolated ever.
yeah, definitely. I think that helped the authenticity of the group in the film, though, is that y'all did get to kind of bond like that. So
Yeah,
it really does read like a group of friends.
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's huge.
Um, so your personal selves, if y'all were to actually be urban explorers in real life, who would be the one saying let's go inside and who would be the one saying absolutely not?
In real life,
Yeah.
Francesca would be like, "Let's go, we're going."
Yeah, and Jake would be like, let's actually think this through. I don't know. Let's go have a beer and eat some food instead.
The roles would be reversed in real
Yeah,
life.
they would be a little bit, I
For
think.
sure. On our off days, they were reversed.
I love that.
I was like,
Um,
let's go. And everyone was like, relax.
Yeah, you have a lot of energy that I wish I had.
love that. Were there any moments that did kind of genuinely creep you out?
Um, yeah, I think the tunnels we were shooting in creeped me out for sure because
Yeah.
Yeah.
they were real and they were old. Um, Man, what about you,
I
Francesca?
think it would be the tunnels. I actually have a video I looked at our last 10-minute little break, where I think you're taking the video and Lawrence is just like looking at this where they used to mine and he's like, yeah, see, if this just all falls, we're trapped. And I look at him and I go, why would you say that? And there's just like panic in my face.
Worst thing you could say at this
Yeah.
moment.
That is.
And he was like, I'm just telling you, like if we were in here, if this were to all collapse, we'd be trapped. And so that was definitely very
You're like,
we
that's
were
the worst
obviously
thing to say.
safe. They kept us very safe, but
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I have one last question for you guys. If y'all could like summarize the film with like 3 words to get people to go see it, which 3 words would you each pick?
fun, adventure, scary.
I get
That's a big three different words. Wow. Um, Enjoyment, suspense, satisfaction. You'll be very satisfied.
I like it. Her reaction to that is fantastic. Well, thank y'all so much for your time, and everybody go see Do Not Enter in theaters March 20th.
Go see it.